Do you ever wonder why some people seem to get so much more done than others? It's a question that can keep you up at night, especially when you're working your fingers to the bone, yet others seem to be achieving more effortlessly. The answer lies in something we call work ethic. Work ethic, you see, is not just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about the commitment to the task at hand, the ability to see it through, and the wisdom to know when to step back and reassess. It's the difference between those who are constantly chasing their tails and those who are setting the pace, the trailblazers who are shaping the world with their ideas and innovations. This is the work ethic paradox. It's not always the hardest workers who achieve the most, but the smartest. So how can you become one of these high achievers? Let's dive in. Consistency is the key to outworking everyone around you. Imagine a river carving its way through mountains. It doesn't happen overnight, but over time the consistent flow of water shapes the hardest of rocks, creating breathtaking landscapes. The same principle applies to our efforts. When we talk about outworking everyone, it's not about working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's about the power of consistency, the ability to show up and do the work day in and day out, regardless of how we feel. Consistency, my friends, is a force multiplier. It turns small efforts into significant results. Think of it this way. If you improve by just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. Now that's the magic of consistency. But how do we cultivate consistency? It begins with developing daily habits and routines that support our goals. It's about making a commitment to progress, not perfection. It's about understanding that success is a journey, not a destination. Start with small, manageable tasks that align with your goals. Do them every day, no matter how mundane they may seem. Over time, these small actions compound and lead to transformative changes. Let's take the example of writing a book. You don't write a book in a day. You write it one page at a time, consistently. Every day you sit down and you write, and before you know it, you've got a manuscript in your hands. Remember, the road to success is littered with the bones of those who showed promise, but lacked the discipline to follow through consistently. Don't be one of them. Embrace the power of consistency, and always remember this. The secret to outworking everyone isn't about doing extraordinary things, it's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well, consistently. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the small, consistent steps that lead to big results. Ever heard of this saying, if everything is a priority, then nothing is? In the hustle and bustle of life, especially for those who are trying to outwork everyone, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to do everything at once. But let me tell you, that's a one-way ticket to Burnout City. The secret to truly effective work isn't to do more, but to focus on more value-driven tasks. Yes, my friends, it's all about prioritization. Now you might ask, how do I know what to prioritize? Well, it's simpler than you think. Start by making a list of all your tasks, then rank them based on their impact on your goals. Which tasks will bring you closer to your goals if completed? Those are your high-value activities. For instance, if you're an entrepreneur, creating a new product or service that fills a gap in the market is a high-value activity. On the other hand, spending hours responding to every email or attending every meeting? Not so much. Those are tasks that often fall into the category of urgent but not important, and they're the tasks that can and should be delegated. But we'll get to that in the next scene. Once you've identified your high-value activities, it's time to get down to business. And this is where the power of focus comes in. Block out time in your schedule for these tasks and protect that time fiercely. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs. Do whatever it takes to eliminate distractions. Because when you're working on what truly matters, you deserve your undivided attention. And here's the kicker. By focusing on high-value tasks and eliminating or delegating the rest, you'll find that you're not just achieving more. You're also working less. You're avoiding burnout, maintaining your sanity, and most importantly, making real progress towards your goals. So remember, don't fall into the trap of busyness. Prioritize, focus, achieve. By focusing your energy on what truly matters, you can achieve more while working less. Do you find yourself overwhelmed with tasks that could be done by someone else? If so, You're not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of thinking we need to do everything ourselves. This mindset not only leads to burnout, but also prevents us from focusing on the tasks that really matter, the ones that align with our unique skills and passions. This is where the art of delegation comes into play. Delegation is like conducting an orchestra. A conductor doesn't play every instrument, but he guides each musician to create a harmonious symphony. Similarly, effective leaders don't do all the work themselves. They delegate tasks to their team members, ensuring that everyone is playing to their strengths and working towards a common goal. So, how do you delegate effectively? Firstly, identify tasks that others can do. These are usually routine tasks or those that don't require your unique skill set. Once you've identified these tasks, you need to find the right person to delegate them to. This person should have the necessary skills and knowledge to do the job well. Next, communicate clearly. Explain what needs to be done, why it's important, and what the desired outcome is. Provide all the necessary resources and support, and establish a clear timeline. Remember, delegation is not about dumping tasks onto others, it's about empowering them. Trust your team members to do their jobs. Give them the freedom to approach the task in their own way, while holding them accountable for the results. Finally, don't forget to give feedback. Positive reinforcement can motivate your team members and help them improve. Constructive criticism, when given respectfully, can also be a powerful tool for growth. Delegation, when done right, can free up your time for tasks that require your unique skills and expertise. It can lead to a more productive and efficient team and ultimately a more successful business or project. Delegation is not about shirking responsibilities, but about making the most of your skills and time. So, start delegating today and see how it can transform your work and your life. Did you know that taking breaks can actually make you more productive? Sounds counterintuitive, right? But let's dive into the science behind rest and productivity. In our hustle and bustle society, there's a common misconception that working around the clock equates to achieving more. However, research from the field of neuroscience paints a different picture. Our brains are designed to operate in cycles known as ultradian rhythms. Within a 24-hour period, our bodies and minds cycle through periods of peak activity and rest. These cycles, typically lasting about 90 minutes, indicate our natural rhythm of productivity. During the peak phase, our brain's prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for focused thinking, is highly active. This is when we're primed for tasks requiring intense concentration. However, after about 90 minutes, our minds start to fatigue and productivity begins to decline. So how do we leverage this knowledge? By aligning our work with these natural rhythms. We can optimize our productivity by working intensely for approximately 90 minutes followed by a break. This could be a quick walk, a chat with a colleague, or simply stepping away from the digital screens for a few minutes. Contrary to popular belief, these breaks are not wasted time. They are opportunities for our brains to shift into a mode known as the default mode network, a state where our minds wander freely, often leading to insights and creative solutions. It's in these moments that we often have our best ideas, solve complex problems, or find new angles on tasks. So the key takeaway? It's not about grinding away at work for hours on end. It's about understanding how your brain functions best and tailoring your work habits accordingly. It's about working in sync with your body's natural rhythms to maximize your productivity and creativity. Remember, it's not about working non-stop, but about working smart. After all, even the highest performance race cars need pit stops to refuel and maintain peak performance. Your brain is no different. So let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We kicked off by unraveling the work ethic paradox, highlighting that it's not about working harder, but smarter. We then delved into the power of consistency. By showing up daily and consistently putting in the work, you set the stage for success. We talked about the importance of prioritization. It's all about identifying what tasks will bring the most value and focusing your energy there. Then we explored the art of delegation. When you learn to delegate effectively, you can multiply your output and free up your time for high-priority tasks. Next, we underscored the value of rest. Rest isn't just about recharging your batteries, it's about giving your brain the downtime it needs to come up with innovative solutions and fresh ideas. By applying these strategies, you can outwork everyone, not by doing more, but by doing what matters most. Remember, it's not about the hours you put in, but what you put in those hours. Thank you for tuning into this video and showing your support for self-education and lifelong learning. If you found this content valuable, please take a moment to show your appreciation by giving the video a like, and if you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more informative content in the future. We love creating content that is both informative and engaging, and we want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like us to cover next. Your feedback helps us create videos that you'll love. If you're interested in learning more about this topic or related subjects, be sure to check out the other videos on our channel. You'll find a wealth of information that will help you on your journey of self-improvement and personal growth. Once again, thank you for your time and attention. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more great content in the future.